Yeah, yeah, yeah. Huh. Yeah, it's percolating. Good morning. Yeah. Good morning to the people on Facebook. Good morning to the people on IG. Good morning to the people on the YouTube. Good morning to the people on LinkedIn and Twitter too. Java. Percolating. Get a vibe, stay ready. Truth in the cup, keep it strong, keep it steady. Pull up a chair, yeah, take a sip it with me. Good morning, good people. Java with Jimmy. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, the love percolating. Java with Jimmy. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Good morning. Yeah, the love percolating. Yeah, Java with Jimmy. Good morning. Percolating. Yeah, we in it. Yeah, we in it. Good morning. Good morning. Java with Jimmy. Percolating. Yeah, we in it. Yeah, we in it. Good morning. Good morning. Java with Jimmy.
Good morning. Welcome to the Java Cafe, Java fam.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Obviously, it's a Monday and off a long weekend. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Welcome to the Java Cafe. Thank you all for being here this morning. We are here for a quick shot. I know we've discussed the summer schedule, but Mondays for me right now are very important because we talk about our mental health. And so we're sticking with Mondays for now, but they will be quick shots. Most of them, unless a guest is on, will be quick shots during the summer. But again, welcome to the Java Cafe. We're going to go in the Instagram section of the Java Cafe in a second, and then also go in the Facebook section. Do me a favor, go ahead and hit that like and share button. And also take a second, if you have not, I'm still surprised by some of the people that engage here often. And when I engage with them on social media, the little icon to the right says invite. That means you haven't liked or subscribed to Java with Jimmy on Facebook. You can also follow me on my personal page, James W. Hills, Instagram, Java with Jimmy, and also the subscribe is on YouTube. And yes, you can subscribe to my personal page on James W. Hills as well, I think for like 99 cents a month. So it supports me in the platform. So again, thank you all for being here. And again, welcome. We're going to do things a little different this morning before we get into some interesting topics. Mitch McConnell, Lindsey Graham, and with all due respect to Lindsey Graham and his transition and his family, though his politics, there were people that loved him, and he, in our humanity, should definitely uphold the family of Lindsey Graham in our prayers. We're also going to talk about an expected heat wave in the next couple of days. With that, that brings up, and I'll just a quick overview. Some of you may have seen the picture I've posted of our brother Milton, who's a member here in the Java Cafe. We met with the mayor last week in reference to violence prevention. We're going to talk a little bit about that. And I think that's it. But the first thing we're going to do this morning, which we've been doing for over 6 years, and I'm staying committed to it because this area of our life is often under a lot of pressure. And so we're going to jump right in this morning and ask those of you that are in the Java Cafe, do me a favor as you're greeting one another. Also go in and put one word in the comments that lets us know how you're feeling this morning and your mental health status. We're going to go into the Facebook, into the Instagram section first and say good morning to She Get in the Bag. Auntie Angelina is over on Instagram, and also Sandra Lopez Burke. Instagram is filled with all type of creatives this morning. Angelina and our resident house DJ, they have a show that comes on Marv Station, Urban Heat. Angelina, do me a favor, put the information. And she said that because you're doing a lot. I'm talking about another creative space that you're in now. What night are you on with Brother Jeff, so I can let the folks know? There's some grown folks music that goes on over there on Urban Heat with Auntie Angelina and also Jeff 2 times. Over in the Facebook section this morning, as often, Mama Java is the first one over there. Good morning to you, Mom. Good to see you in the room. I had the opportunity to make brunch for my mother and my 3 biological siblings. I did reach out to my 2 god sisters that used to live with us, Nikki and Monique as well, but it was kind of last minute. But I got to be in the same room with my mother and my 3 sisters, one of which lives in Florida now, so we don't get together in the same room that often, and it was great. Cammie's husband was here. Also, I got to see my nephew Keenan. I got to talk to my nephew Curtis. So it was a great time of family last week. Nicole, good morning to you. Good to see you in the room this morning. Sister Debbie, good morning to you. Good to see you in the room. Brother Milton, I was literally just talking about you. Good to see you in the room this morning. Jenny, good morning to you. Good to see you in the room this morning. Also, good morning to Milagro. Good to see you in the room this morning. Good morning to Kiva Bay. Wow. Blast from the past, from Stanton Street, from way back when my mom and sisters and I, for a brief period, used to live on Stanton Street in Dorchester. Kiva was around the neighborhood neighbor. So good to see you in the room this morning as well. Don't forget, folks, let me know how you're feeling this morning. That's one of the first orders of business before we talk about a couple of topics. Pastor Sharon Cornelius, good morning to you. Good to see you in the room. Brother Milton said that he is hopeful, and I presume there's a perspective of that in reference to me mentioning that we were going to talk about our conversation with Dr. Isaac Yablo and also Mayor Wu, the district attorney, and the police committee. I'm taking a sip because there are 2 people within the city that I have attempted to get on the platform for a few months, literally a few months. One of them is, and this isn't, well, no, order is the commissioner. Anyway, I'll get into that in a few minutes. Brother Milton said that he is hopeful. That's his word for Mental Health Monday this morning. Nicole Campbell is saying, I'm feeling blessed and my mental health is stronger. I loved reading that. Also, Milton said another word is blessed this morning as well. So I'm glad that he is on that path. Also, Dina Marshall Tarver, good morning to you. Good to see you in the room. Latoya, good morning to you. Good to see you in the room this morning as well. Dina said that she is feeling deflated. I definitely, but then I seen the updated picture. I wanted to text you and get ready to say where you were or ask you where you were. But Dina said that she is feeling deflated. You all send some love and encouragement over to Dina as well. Also, Kiva said that she is feeling thankful this morning. We're thankful to see you here. Nakia, did you see Kiva in the room? Good morning to you, Nakia, my sister in the room. Also, Sharon Cornelius said that she has jet lag. That there's a mental health impact from jet lag, because if you're tired and you're not sleeping enough. All right, Sharon, we'll let you get away with 2 words for one. Jet lag this morning, but good to see you in the room, and I'm glad that you're experiencing safe travels this morning. So a couple of topics. I was getting ready to talk about it a few minutes ago, and it is something that I believe in our city. This topic of violence, all types of violence, intimate partner, domestic, drug deals going wrong, old beefs, things like that. There are a lot of issues in our city. However, let me give you some context. In reference to the July 4th weekend, Brother Milton and I and others, I will pause and say there were probably, Milton helped me, 25 black men in the room. I would have liked to seen, and I don't know if schedules allowed, but I would have liked to seen Henry Santana, Minya Culpepper, Brian Worrell in the room. Presumption is that the mayor wanted to hear from community, her and Dr. Yarborough. So we got called in to kind of get a update of what happened on the July 4th weekend. I will pause and say there's nothing new. And I said it in the meeting, that there's nothing new about this, but we did get an update. Commissioner Cox named a myriad of contributing factors that were an influence on 2 people losing their lives, 13 people being shot, and 13 people experiencing gun violence. I hate saying that word online. I just do. Typing it, saying it, I hate it. So we heard from the DA, we heard from the commissioner, we heard from Dr. Yarborough, we heard from the mayor, we heard from someone from Dr. Yarborough's team. It would have been great to see the SSYI folks there. This is 2026. I've been talking about SSYI for over a decade. Anyway, we got the update. And there was feedback in the room. Brother Milton gave his feedback and talked about what he's doing with To the Junto. Others talked about, Minister Randy was in the room. I will pause and say that there was, if I count my time as a peer educator, I got 40 years from the little cave program with Auntie Maria. Myself, okay, let's say I'm 25. Let's just say it's just 25 years. It's more. There were black men in that room and a few women. I have to give up mention Reverend Laura Everett, Ruth Rollins. Who else was in the room? The 2 of them, women were in the room as well. And inclusive of them, there was a good 200 and almost 3 total combined experiential years or experience, almost 300 years. What I said was that, and it was interesting because I was sitting between Dr. Rufus Falk and Brother Peter Brondale, 2 brothers that are very chill, and you know, it was a good thing for me to sit between them. This is an area, as many of you know, I often say that triggers me, and I either attack or serve. And under the past few years, even before Java, during Java with Jimmy, I realized, and I've been intentional about attacking the service. So my point there, the way I served in that meeting, and we'll move on, is that I said to those that were in the room, number one, the commissioner talked about some of the engagement with one of the incidents where it's reported that law enforcement officers experienced fireworks being directed at them, drinks being thrown. There was another incident of someone who was slightly apprehended, no longer being apprehended because of some activity of folks that were around. While the commissioner gave his update, I let him know nationally what's going on. I mentioned to the commissioner that there is an perceived / observation. I didn't say this to the commissioner, but I got an internal missive. I got an internal communication that some of the BPD folks are like, interesting. We've always dealt with being targeted as black and brown men, specifically black men, by law enforcement, but there is an increase of some videos. Brother J.L. Smith has posted others, and this came up, and it wound up coming up in the meeting. I said it's my worst nightmare. I'm very afraid, and I told the commissioner he needs to be aware of that experience, and also right, wrong, or indifferent. Not saying he didn't know, but he also and his folks have to consider the sentiment of that, the trauma, the decades of years. Let's not forget Boston Police Department was founded to bring back slaves. So while community policing has at some times helped, Kevin Hayden, to move along, was in the room. He gave an update, and one of the things that Kevin said, and to let you all know, the incumbent district attorney, we heard from candidate Rachel Rollins, former district attorney for Suffolk County. We heard from her last week. Kevin pulled me aside the other day and said we'll be scheduling some time. But we heard from Kevin Hayden, and this is something that we've been saying for a few years, that the age of those that are involved in a lot of the incidents of late are not our teenagers. He did also note that our teenagers and our young people are in possession. There was a story the other day about a young man with a semi-automatic, I believe, and that's not the first story. There was one a couple of years ago. And he talked about, the age of those involved now being older. And anyone that works in this space can kind of surmise that in 2006, when there was a lot of violence and you got incarcerated for 20 years, guess who's coming home? Guess who? I won't go there. So one side note there were the reason that we had about 300 years of experience in the room is, as I said before, there were some people that were serving in this space longer than me. A presumption is that not only was that gathering for those that are, I'm not active on the street, but this platform, moving policy, there's a few things that over the past decade that I can point to that I helped. A couple initiated policy that's still practiced today, believe it or not. So I believe that while that meeting seemed to be that the city was letting us know the efforts and how in some cases those efforts may have not been as successful as we all would have liked them to be. But I did name, when they talked about, and Minister Randy named him, I think Milton named him, who was I forgot who was sitting over there. We mentioned Brother Joey Bennett, being in the room. And so as much as we fuss about what's not being done, and I shared with whom I needed to share. And I actually, you know what I said in the meeting? We're tired. We're tired. Those of us that have been in this space and have moved and advocated, and let me just name the things. Dr. Yablo's condensed office now is something that we advocated for a decade. Side note, I will say this, and not in a bad way. Those are one of the notes that the mayor used to take in her little brown book. She had her little brown book out in this meeting. And of the last few years, when I've been in some spaces and meetings, the mayor hasn't had her brown book. For me, for someone that knows, that was an indicator, along with the fact that a lot of us was like, we can't, don't want to. Some, it was perceived that won't be involved with anything without concrete. And I said this, execution based on the knowledge in the room. And one of the brothers, I forgot his name, used to go to high school with him at the Edison, represented Bishop Dickerson. Side note, please keep Bishop Dickerson in your prayers. I understood that he had knee surgery. The brother that represented him referenced to Bishop Dickerson recovering. Will Dickerson was in the room. I'm turning to Will like, yo, what's wrong with Bishop? He had knee surgery scheduled. Nothing, I believe, major. So please keep Bishop Dickerson in your prayers. So anyway, and it always makes sense. Ayanna Presley talks about it in her statement about those that are closest to the pain need to be closest to the power. It was stated that those that feel they have no other choice but to shoot need to be the main ones engaged. What are they saying? What do they need? What do they need? And I'll take a leap here. 75 to 80%, we already know. And we've known decades. And in fairness, because I've seen some interesting posts on social media about what the mayor can do better. And then I've seen some folks saying, y'all going to blame the mayor for this. Nothing about what is going on in reference to violence is new. I will say that one thing the commissioner, the mayor, Kevin, the district attorney, and Isaac asserted. The numeric amount of incidents that are being recorded around shootings and those that result in those leaving us, the numeric value isn't what it used to be. The mayor did share with us why she asserts often that Boston is the safest city. And while that was appreciated and understood, a few of us was like, say it, make that affirmation, keep us to the standard. We got to do more. But for those where those numerical number of incidents mixed with hoodworks still being traumatized, that's not our experience. And so I'll get ready to wrap this part up. The numeric number of incidents are it's data. And I'll end with this. I did say that as much as there is dependence on data, there is also data of what has worked. Dr. Falk was sitting next to me. My understanding is that a couple of other former, at that time, Office of Public Safety or Community Violence were going to be in the room as well. And I credited all of them. As long as lives are being lost, there's always going to be a canyon, not room for improvement. And I'll leave that there. Let's check over in the Instagram section to see if there's some comments and some other folks that have joined. Toll Boss. Who's Toll Boss? TO3 Boss? Nope. She get in the back there. Oh, so after this whole thing here, I'll go back and re-announce Auntie Angelina's show on Urban Heat. Julianne Lee, if that's the Julianne that I think, it's funny because I thought about you this weekend. Yeah. Good to see you in the room. ONS Roxbury, good to see you in the room. Ariel Chanel, good to see you in the room this morning. And again, good morning to Sandra Lopez Burke, my producer over at WGBH. Let's go into the Facebook section and look at some of the commentary and comments. Also, at the same time, while I was talking and giving you an update, you all, unless you came in the past few minutes, were supposed to put one word in the comments as it's Mental Health Monday to let us know your current status, your mental health. How are you feeling today? What's going on with you? Let's go in and check in with folks in the room. I know there's going to be some commentary about what I just shared this morning. Joanne Cotard, I say Cotard, is in the room. My mental health is real good today. You have to know Joanne to appreciate, one, her freedom, two, to hear her say this. And just a side note, what's up, sis? Good to see you in the room. And I see that you are also impacted by our good brother Chris in the room. But getting back to Sister Joanne, to know her and to read this is because you just have to know her. My mental health is real good. I gave notice to a toxic job. I'm fit, and I didn't even see the light part. The freedom and the light. She's feeling very light today. So congratulations to you. I don't know if this is a time of entrepreneurship or doing something else, but congratulations, and we're glad that you're light and free. And if you can hold off working full time until September, do so. Enjoy the summer. Brother Milton, thank you so much. 30 to 40 men and women. Now, Milton, I was not trying to count city staff that was there. No disrespect, but talking from the community perspective. Nicole, good morning. Good to see you in the room this morning. Sister Debbie, her mental health word for this morning is strength, and good to see you in the room as always. As I said earlier, Sister Debbie, good morning to you. Mother Maddie Deed is in the room this morning. Good morning to you. Good to see you in the room. Our brother D is in the room. Good morning, everyone. I'm grabbing my Java and I'm tuning in my guy, Jimmy Surfs Up, riding the wave, brother. Good to see you in the room, sir. Asiya, good morning to you. Good to see you in the room this morning. Also, Damami, good morning to you. Good to see you in the room. Charlotte James, good morning to you. Good to see you in the room this morning as well. Also, Dina was letting us know that she didn't go anywhere. That was a picture. Rightfully so, being in that space in January. Good morning to you. Also, Damami is saying that her word for this morning is optimistic. And Mother Lisa Davis is over in the room, and she's letting us know mental health is sluggish, but I'm praying it will get better. And we agree with you and praying that it will get better as well. Though she's not on right now, if someone could tag Toy Burton in the room. Toy celebrated her 60th birthday this weekend. So we want to say happy birthday to Toy Burton, a pillar in our community, doing so much. She has the Roxbury Unity Parade coming up along that same weekend. The Roxbury branch, which will now be called the Sarah Ann Shaw Roxbury Boston Public Library, will be named that same weekend of the Roxbury Parade. So please tag Toy so she can hear us say happy birthday to her. Charlotte said that her mental health Monday word is anticipatory. Getting ready for my first sorority conference next week. Did I say that right? Anticipatory, anticipating. She's participating in anticipation. I'm going to be honest. I saw participatory or where's the real Boston media? Words with Jimmy. Participatory, and immediately, which is sad, my mind went to participatory budgeting. Terrible. Dina said that shameless plug, winter is around the corner. Make sure there's no shameless plug. Dina is now making winter throw blankets, or I was going to say covers. My grandmother, covers. That's what they were called, the covers. Did you put the covers on the bed? Go and tuck you in the covers. The blanket orders she's taking orders, and you do have to make a deposit. So please inbox Dina Marshall Tarver about getting your blankets as the winter was coming. And Dina, I'll be real, as recent as yesterday, I wanted to ask Alexa how many days until Christmas. I'm glad Miss Teresa's not on. I got to get a couple of new mugs so they look right. There go Mom jumping over to YouTube to say hi to her sis in the DMV. That is it for us this morning. It is 10:30. Oh, it's not funny. So for the past 2 weeks, he who occupies 16 Pennsylvania Avenue, the White House, him and his folks have been allowing there to be this rumor circulated that Mitch McConnell had transitioned. Over the weekend, Mitch McConnell and his wife were posting pictures of Mitch. Did I see pneumonia? I believe he had a health, sort of regular respiratory stuff. We get cold, pneumonia, all of that issue. And as being a senior, maybe more susceptible. Understanding is, and it's reported that Mitch McConnell is alive. However, today's Monday, Friday, Saturday, I get up. And yes, along with water and thanking Jesus for letting me see the day in life, health, and strength. While I'm saying that, I'm grabbing my phone. And I saw that Lindsey Graham transitioned. And from what I saw in a couple of reports, it was reported cardiac arrest. And again, as I said before, somebody loved that man. And so, but it just, from a political pundit in this stuff, watch it like sport, petty commentary as far as the Republican Party and what's going to happen in the Senate with someone that I'm not going to say what I thought. He's transitioned, so with someone who aligned himself with the current leader that makes a lot of decisions that do not impact folks that look like me, women, those that are here from forced migration or intentional, some maybe, yes, illegal. The impact on him transitioning is going to be interesting on the party. So just wanted to mention that. Again, we are going to get ready to wrap up. I see my phone lit up. Make sure I don't have any relevant text to the show. Oh, last Tuesday, we had a transformative testimony, Your Healthy Java Tuesday. How many of you all remember our guest, Chauncey Palmer, the bodybuilder, that came on last Tuesday and chatted with us? In his chat, we talked about mental health and we talked about him in competition. Well, I'm glad to report this morning that our brother Chauncey won the competition. Hold on, let me do this right. Our brother Chauncey won the competition, and so let me get to his page so I can show you all the picture. Jaylen Brown popped up. I want to interview that brother so bad. And I learned a lesson. Never mind. Y'all just remember when I met Jaylen and I thought it was more important to seize an opportunity for community than it was. I want to interview you. And I want to... Still don't have good pictures because I was running my mouth. All right. Here we go. Our brother, I'm trying to make sure my phone is not shiny. Our brother Chauncey won. Coming off my first show in April, we walked away with the first in all my classes, best poser and second overall. We took the feedback, kept our heads down, trusted the process, and got back to work. I dedicated my first show to my grandfather who passed away from liver cancer in 2020. He did share that with us and got him really on his health journey, even though he was an athlete and stuff in high school. And he said, because I know how much passion he had about the sport, just like I have, he gave me some tips. He gave me some tools and tips before God had him come home, and I still carry them with me every step of the way. Manna built, and this is dog work. Manna built. I'll have to get him back and find out what that means. Every day I strive to give 100% because practice doesn't make perfect. It makes progress. You can always improve. Never take losses, only lessons. I like that. So I give my all each day and let God handle the rest. There is always another level to take it, and I'm chasing it one day at a time. Dio Valento. I don't know what that means. But bro won. Hold on. I'm learning how to do the thing so the picture can show. Well, maybe I'm not. Hold on. It's not working with me, but you get the idea. The brother won. So congratulations to brother Chauncey Palmer, who is, the proper title is Classic Physique Overall Champ. Brother even looks different from when he did it on the show a week ago. He said he was like depleted. Didn't he talk about like no water and no, Jesus Lord, it paid off. Congratulations to that good brother. All right, folks, we're going to get ready to wrap up. Dina. Charlotte said, I have learned, regardless of their position or station, don't speak ill of someone because you never know what you can speak into existence towards you. Prayers for his family. Absolutely, sis. Absolutely. It's something before the platform, but I expressed here on the platform that, even down to bin Laden, he had family members, children, someone that so humanity. That's what we got to lean into. All right. Dina said you can see photos. So if you're looking for Dina, check her out over on Instagram. I can show the hyperlink, but it depending on where she posted it and where she's watching, you can directly DM her to order your scarves, your blankets. We have a few creatives in this space. So glad to have you all here, my Java family members, all of you, one by one. So, okay, that's it for us today. One more look over on Instagram to make sure we're good. Oh, I needed to remind you all of, hold on, Auntie Angelina and Brother Jeff's show is on Thursday nights from 10 p.m. to midnight. The Slow Jam Sanctuary. There's a safe place in the, well, never mind. I was going to say there's a safe place in the slow jams, but okay, we're going to get ready to wrap up. Dina's also letting us know she makes throws and baby blankets, and I can make full size upon request. So support that good sister, a charter member, sister of the Java Cafe. That's it for us today. We will be back with you tomorrow at 10 a.m. This week, y'all all are having shots of Java. I am working on a couple of last minute guests. One of my mentors got on me last week, said very soon they want to see a minimum of 5 days advance notice of the guest, business days. So, all right, folks, thank you all for being here with us this morning. And again, don't forget, if you have not across all platforms went and liked and subscribed and shared today's show, if you don't mind, please consider doing so to make sure that we keep ourselves going here and get the information out, engage in conversation about public health, mental health, civic engagement, chat with our elected leaders and others. All right. Again, thank you all for being here today, and we will see you tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Peace, everybody.